nowhere dangerous, I assure you. I just think that it's important you get the whole picture before you act. Trevor nodded, Jonathan doing the same mere seconds after, as the pair followed the man, disappearing into the city. William Zeppeli walked through the grand doors of a church, the priest of the church standing at the apex of the pedestal, his loyal servants surrounding him. These so-called men of peace were handing out weapons to one another, preparing to go back out into the streets. He could spot dried blood on the weaponry, some of which was still fresh. That alone proved to William that it couldn't be monster blood. That would have dried out from last night. The door shut behind him with a thud, as the eyes of everyone drew around him. Excuse me, but this is a private... You are the Bishop of Targoviste, correct? William asked, taking a step towards him. The priests around him drew their weapons, surrounding him in an instant, which he barely seemed to notice. We have words to exchange. I don't believe we. I have little interest in dancing around the point here, especially with what you've done. William narrowed his eyes, snapping his fingers as he gestured at the man. This conversation is not a request. Proceed with hostility at your own peril, William replied. The bishop narrowed his eyes at him. I only take orders from one being, and I assure you it's not you, he responded, waving to the men below him who rushed at William. William casually jumped into the air, crossing his arms as he landed full force on top of his assailants, sending a huge surge of Hammam through them that pushed out towards the others in an instant. A wave of golden light surged through their very veins, overloading them to the extent that they couldn't move. The crowds collapsed one by one. William jumped from the head of the last man to fall, landing on his feet, head to head with the bishop. I suppose we're the last one standing, then, the bishop replied. That was magic, was it not? As a matter of fact, no, it wasn't, William corrected. Though I wouldn't be surprised that you'd mistake it. It wouldn't be the first mistake you'd made recently. You'd walk into my territory, into a house of the divine, and insult one of his speakers. The bishop narrowed his eyes. I wouldn't do this in most churches, but to a fanatic like you, yes, William replied. Especially since this whole situation is your fault. The priest opened his mouth to argue, but William shut him down quickly, bashing through his podium with only a modicum of effort, as wood fragments flew through the air.